In this video, we're travelling around the south part of the Icelandic ring road.
Last morning on the road. Hey, cat, get out of our van. Hey, kitty. Hey, kitty.
Good morning, day 5. We are at the Great Geysir this morning. We've come nice and early. It's not actually that early, it's only 7 o'clock, and we are the only people here. So we've arrived here at the Geysir fields, and it says that the water coming out from here is anywhere from 80 to 100 degrees centigrade, so it's incredibly hot. So there's quite a few of the geysers around here, but this one behind us now has definitely been the most active this morning. So there's one in the distance there that we were watching for a while, but it hasn't quite exploded in the same way this one does behind us. So from the car park straight up the path, can't miss it. So if you come here, I think this is the one to get a good spot for.
I think the one which we can see over there is Great Geysir, which is big but less active, whereas this one is Strokkur Geysir, which is active every like 3 to 7 minutes or something. That was so cool. Definitely worth coming early. Like, we got here at 7, and we were the only ones here for about 20 minutes, and then only 2 couples showed up. So really cool. Doesn't smell as bad as we thought it would, so that's good. Always cool to see geysers and volcanic activity and that type of thing.
Yeah, the time we were here, we saw about 3 or 4 eruptions, so that was very cool. Definitely worth adding to your list if you're here.
Yeah. So 10 minutes down the road from the Geysir is Gulfoss, probably one of the most famous waterfalls in Iceland because it's on the Golden Circle.
Once again, getting up early has paid off. This place, from all the videos we've seen, is usually heaving, and we're the only people here, so if you want to get there, it's really not even that early. It's 7:50, so if you want to beat the crowds, honestly,
I think the key is to beat the tour buses. Whoa!
This is not the biggest waterfall in Iceland. We thought it might be, but given its size, you can't blame us for thinking it was the biggest.
Yeah.
And you can definitely tell why this is the most popular one. It is massive.
Undoubtedly, this is 100% a pro of coming in May or another kind of off-season month. The weather's amazing and there is no one here. So we're now at the lower observation deck. This is Gulfoss. Gulfoss means golden waterfall in Icelandic. I mean, golden hills all around it, and it's just absolutely insane. The spray is huge. We've already had such a great start to the morning and it's only 9:02. This is all part of the Golden Circle, which is a popular day trip from Reykjavik, but we're just doing it at the end of our trip. We went to the Geysirs, which were really cool, and to Gulfoss, which is a massive waterfall, and both places had no crowds. We're now just stopping for some breakfast.
Yeah, we've stopped off at this nice viewpoint, made a pot of coffee. Getting up early, really the best tip we could give, because there was no people when we got to both the Geysirs and Gulfoss.
Yeah, so good. And I think this is definitely just shows the benefit of coming here in off-season. I get why it's off-season because it's maybe a bit more unpredictable. It might still be snowy, and then also it's not quite as green as for summer with all the wildflowers, but I think this is just the best of both worlds. I mean, the weather has been amazing except for yesterday.
Yeah, we've only had one bad day of weather out of 5, so really can't complain. The other days have been fantastic. May is definitely a good time of year to come in our opinion, because less crowds. It's not technically 24 hours daylight like it is at the end of June, early July.
Yeah.
It doesn't really go dark at this point. The sun does technically set, but it's not ever dark, so you can really make the most of your days with beautiful sunlight from 4 a.m. past midnight.
And it also meant that we were able to do this ring road so quickly. I think obviously in the winter, parts of the ring road I think would be impossible in this type of van, completely four-wheel drive. It just meant that we could get up early, didn't have to worry about being dark and icy. Definitely consider planning to go to Iceland in the off-season because we had
We are now at
Thingvellir National Park.
Yes, we are here to come and see the ridge between the Eurasian tectonic plate and the North American tectonic plate.
And this is also the site of where the Vikings founded the Althing in...
It was founded in 1930.
No, 930.
Oh, sorry, yeah, not 1930. No, it was found. Yeah, it was created in 930.
Yeah, it's the oldest parliament in the world. It wasn't continuous. About to walk between two tectonic plates.
So we're currently between, one side is the North American tectonic plate, the other side is the Eurasian one. It grows, the gap grows at about 2 centimeters per year. So obviously this is getting bigger over time. But it's pretty cool. Easy to find as well, easy walk from the car park.
Now we're back in Reykjavik. I decided to go for a little 5k before we go into the hot springs, and it is stunning. Fastest 5k in ages.
Nice, well done.
In shit shoes as well.
Do you think it's the air?
Yeah, in my lungs. Whew. We're at the final stop of our road trip, the Sky Lagoon. It's literally right next to our camper van rental drop-off, so it's the perfect final stop for our trip.
Some thermal baths.
Yeah. I've just been on a run. So
Mads has just done a 5k.
I need a shower.
So we're going to chill now for a bit. This is the more luxurious side of the trip coming up. So we're now in the Sky Lagoon. and it's not actually really that busy, which is nice. You've got to book slots to come, so I think they manage how busy it is, but it's very warm, which is nice. And
Cold air outside.
yeah,
It's just
behind
so
us
nice.
is the sea, so this is kind of like an infinity pool.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you're in and around Reykjavik, I think it's a third of the price of Blue Lagoon.
Yeah, more or less.
And yeah,
And it's really close to the centre, and it's not super busy. We're here around midday, and we're about to go for a cold plunge and then get a drink because there's a bar, which you can drink your drinks there.
well, I guess it just got better. If you've enjoyed this video, please give a like and a subscribe. And if you like Iceland like we like Iceland, make sure to like this video. Mads, what's been your highlight of the trip so far?
The drive that we did in like the middle on the eastern part of the ring road, which went all along the kind of fjords, was so beautiful. It just like blew my mind. But I think as a site, I'd say Gulfoss, which was the waterfall with the red rock, was really, really cool. I would definitely recommend if you're going to go to like one site and do one hike. I thought that was the best.
Yeah, that one was good. For me, it was definitely that river canyon. That the name is really difficult to pronounce, but we'll put it on the screen. But that river canyon was unreal, and that was also just happened to be probably the busiest attraction that we went to. But that didn't detract or take anything away from how great it was. There's so much area to view, so definitely that one's an easy one, especially if you're near Reykjavik because it's not very far.
Yeah. What would be your top recommendation?
I would suggest getting a van if you can for your trip, because the flexibility that the van provides is just unmatched. Mads and I, we changed our plans on the go, honestly, like 5 or 6 times a day, because you go to a site, it might take longer than you think, it might not take as long as you think. You have all this time.
The weather's unpredictable.
Yeah, the weather is different literally 1 kilometer to the next. So then there's so many campsites. So I think the van provides the best flexibility to just keep your trip not so cookie cutter.
And shout out to Cozy Camper, which was the campervan rental company that we went through. Their staff was so friendly. The vans are definitely the best equipped on the road out here. Like, we had a peek into other people's when we were at campsites, and the design of the Cozy Campers is perfect. It's really functional, and really they have thought of everything, and they've just equipped it so well. And yeah, really nice guys. 100% recommend going with them, and you won't regret going with them at all.
Yeah, I'm not really a big car rental fan because the drop-off can always be, you know, a bit of a stressful process, but these guys could not have been friendlier, nicer, smooth, super easy, so definitely recommend them. What would be your recommendation for anyone coming to Iceland?
I would say go clockwise around Ring Road. We made the last minute decision to do that purely to avoid the weekend crowds, because the south coast is definitely the busiest, because people doing smaller trips can just access it way more easily. The north was just incredible.
Okay, so then do you prefer the north or the south?
Definitely the north. I didn't think I would. I think we thought it would get gradually better, but I think we hit the jackpot at the start.
Yeah. No, for me, I'm the same. Definitely the north surprised us both. We were worried that if we went south first that we might be underwhelmed with the north, because, you know, everything you see on YouTube and Instagram is all the sites are in the south, and so we didn't really know what to expect in the north, but the north blew us away. I've joked with Mads saying that I've sounded like Owen Wilson on this trip, just constantly going, wow. But it genuinely, we were worried we would be underwhelmed by the north, and not taking anything from the south, but I think we were slightly underwhelmed with the south because of how amazing the north was.
The south is still amazing. The whole country is incredible.
No, yeah, don't get me wrong, the whole country is a 10 out of 10. It's probably the most beautiful country I've ever seen, but the north, honestly, it's you've got to see it. So that's our wrap on us in Iceland. If you've enjoyed this video, then please like and subscribe, and who knows where we'll be next.
Yeah, we're so excited to be spending more time on the road. We've got some plans later in the year for van life in Europe, and then we obviously plan to spend more time in our troopy in Australia, but that's kind of coming a bit later in the year next year.
Yeah, there's a troopy build coming, which will be a little side series.
Well, thanks Iceland for literally the best views, best scenes, great vibes, amazing. Wow. Cinnamon buns blow my brain.